News Network. I'm a little disheveled at the moment. I just kind of just came in. Let me know how you're doing. Once again, I went away from the news for a couple hours and came back, and the news just keeps going and going and going and getting crazier and crazier. So who do I see in the news? But Roger Stone, he's risen from the bowels of hell. Oh my goodness. I'm just running a couple, like a minute late, because I want to make some tea so we can read some tea leaves. So, delighted to be here. I'm delighted to be here too. Thanks for saying so. It's a new moon in Leo, but now we're in Virgo, so everything should feel a little bit more calmed down. Barbara's here. The regulars are here. It's like going to the bar. The regulars are here. What would you like to drink? I'm going to make some tea. Talk amongst yourselves. It'll just take a second. A few seconds. And you can feel free. If anybody wonders what I use for a teacup, this is a cup of destiny. Feel free to throw some questions up, but hang on. All right. So what is up with Roger Stone? That is the question of the moment. Roger Stone is bona fide crazy. I'll just say that. Roger Stone is a crazy man. How will Trump's speech on Monday go? Whenever I think about Trump's, we'll look at that. We will look at that. When I think about it, all I can think of is Infrastructure Week. Remember when it was always Infrastructure Week? You know, Trump has done this before where there's something big coming. Did I just send out a psychic reminder? No, not that I know of. He's in big trouble. Yeah, Roger Stone. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like they live in a world where they're in their own bubble. And in this bubble that they live in, they think that, of course we can just commit crimes. Yeah, that's what, of course we can commit crimes. It's like it's their birthright or something. You know? Honestly. Lots of questions, huh? They act like it's their like God-given birthright to commit crimes. I mean, I just came in. I went to get my hair cut. But it's like, guess what? You're not supposed to commit crimes. Guess what? Guess what? It's illegal to commit crimes. I got hair in my eyes. I want to use a Llewellyn deck. Let me grab the Llewellyn deck. I'm kind of feeling that deck tonight. Of course, I can't find that one. Let me do this. All right, I promise I won't get up again. I don't know where I put Llewellyn. So they feel like they live on their own planet, and on their planet that they think they live on, they think that they can just commit crimes. There's just they assume that they're that high above everybody. I know. I mean, I know. Come on. I mean, Roger Stone has a tattoo of Richard Nixon. That's just weird. It's just weird. They're just so weird. On his back. I know that. It's very, 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 he's a very strange man. I'm going to just ask the pendulum. Let's go with the tiger eye. I'm gonna ask the pendulum. You know, Roger Stone was in jail, and then Trump pardoned him. Let's go back in our memory banks. Roger Stone was in jail, and then Trump pardoned him, and Trump pardoned Steve Bannon, right? It's coming back. They're pretty stupid, but the thing that's amazing is that I'm trying, I can't put it into words. They're stupid. Almost like they don't think about consequences. I think that's part of the narcissism. Their brains don't go so far as to think, oh, this act that I commit could create negative consequences for me. It's got to be the narcissism. I need to look that up in my psychiatry books or something. I'm just kidding. I don't have psychiatry books. But it just feels like they don't have the thought process of, I could get in trouble for this. Is Roger Stone Jack Smith's co-conspirator number 6? I'm getting my conspiracists mixed up. There were co-conspirators in the Fani Willis indictments that we don't know the names of. We know the names of most in Jack Smith's. Do we still not know the 6th one? Yeah, they're always above everyone, Cheryl, but what I'm tuned into, and I can't wrap my mind around it, except it must be the malignant narcissism, their thought process doesn't ever land on, I could get in trouble. This could be bad for me. So there's a self-sabotage that goes on. That's what I'm referring to, Angela. I mean, I didn't just pull this out of the air. I just saw it in the news. I'm just saying, I'm not being a wise ass. That's what I'm talking about. Is Roger Stone going back to prison? I'm getting he's going back to prison. I'm getting that Roger Stone is going back to prison. Will it be this year? Will Roger Stone be going back to prison this year? I'm getting a yes on that. All right, so anyway. Hello, Linda. I'm going to pick a shaman's card. Oh my God, what? That he's going to go to jail? What? What's going on? Somebody's giving me a huge compliment. I'm suspicious. I'm going to pull a shaman card. Because so many narcissists are so manipulative. They've gotten away with things for so long they can start to believe they can get themselves out of anything. Yeah, I know what you're saying, always blessed, but I'm just psychically tuning in and trying to make like heads or tails of what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is their thought process doesn't go to, I could get caught. We're going to pick a shaman card about the general energy of what the Roger Stone new revelations are. Yeah, Betty's saying I can do anything. That's yeah, like I said about Trump the other night. I said about Judge Chutkan, her next step of reeling him in when she was giving the order that Trump needed to behave himself. When she was giving him the order that he needed to behave himself, he was sitting there, Trump was sitting there, and he was listening, but he was thinking, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. Right? So falling angel. This is when I'm reading about the general energy of, you know, the situation around Roger Stone and everything. I'm getting fallen angel. Falling angel. And I'm not going to read what the book says because I think that pretty much, you know, says it. So I read that as a fallen angel. You know, Lucifer was a fallen angel in the Bible. For anyone who's new, this isn't a religious channel. I'm just making the comparison. A fallen angel, Satan was considered like a fallen angel. And the fallen angels get found out. They get revealed. Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate y'all being here. Stone Cold Criminal Traitor. Yes, I like it. Roger Stone Cold Criminal Traitor, but he's cuckoo. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Remember that commercial? All right. Those were the shaman cards. My tarot cards, they walk away, so we're going to go with these. I don't know where they go. They just like, they get up and they walk away. I have a ghost. My new location that I have to move to, because I have to move, there's a ghost there too. 3 cards about Roger Stone. Three cards about Roger Stone. It's over for him too. It's over for him too. It's over for Roger Stone too. Looky, looky, looky there. Looky there. They're also going to find out what money changed hands and whose hands. The money. Let's ask this. Since I'm picking up in the Roger Stone situation, it's over for him. He's guilty. Roger Stone will be found guilty. He did ask for a pardon too, right? And he got a pardon because Roger Stone was in jail prior to January 6th. I don't even remember what the crime was. Right? And he went to prison and Trump pardoned him and he got out of prison. Remember they raided Roger Stone's place in the wee hours of the morning and he's out there with his skivvies, just like the other one, Eastman. Out there in their skivvies. They could at least put some pants on. And so Roger Stone gets out of prison and we're all like, all mad. And then, because Trump Trump loves his criminal friends. And then January 6th happened, and he didn't have evidence against him till now, about January 6th. He will go back to prison. It's over. He asked for a pardon. I don't feel like he paid for a pardon, but that's a good question. The money I'm picking up on doesn't have... See, I feel like Trump would have pardoned him. He wouldn't have had to pay for his pardon, because they're buds, right? And Trump has connections to Nixon. We're going way back, people. Way back. So Trump wouldn't have had Roger Stone pay for that particular pardon. I don't get that. I get that he did it as a favor. And the guy's just saying, as part of the ongoing plan. I'm picking up that too. The money that changed hands with Roger Stone conspiring to stop that with the whole stop the steal craziness. This feels like there was international money. Was there international money involved with Roger Stone's Stop the Steal? Yes. For entertainment purposes only. Strong yes. Strong yes. There was international money. Was it from the Kremlin? Strong yes. For entertainment purposes only. Need I say more about that? my friend's been doing my hair. She's a stylist. She's been doing my hair for, we were talking about it tonight, about 21 years. And I told her, I said, I have a channel, like she knows I have a channel, and I said, I'm going to take a screenshot of people that give me compliments on my hair. So I might have to jump up and take a screenshot. Thank you. You're also sweet. Okay, so. I'm trying to remember what Roger Stone was in prison for first. The first time. I think actually, oh, thank you for the compliments. You're very, very sweet. I think actually, what was Roger Stone in prison for the first time? Gee, I'll get my hair done more often. I get that there was money exchanged, and I get that it was from Russia. Had to do with Russia. Yeah. No, lying to the FBI in the Russia case, that was Michael Flynn. That was Mike Flynn. But maybe, let me know if you know, was Roger Stone also found guilty of lying to the FBI? Oh, somebody got arrested for threatening Judge Chutkan. Good. Or, yeah, interesting. Alex, the other one, what was his name? Alex Ale. I forget. Thank you, Amanda. I forget. Yeah, he was in on it too. Was his name Alex? Anyway, I'm picking up Roger Stone going back to prison, Stop the Steal, was not just him. There was international money that came in. And I'm getting Russia. Okay? I'm getting Russia. Roger Stone's only 67. I think he's older than that now, Rita. He was convicted of obstructing a congressional investigation into Mr. Trump's... Oh, okay. All right, so there it is. See, I didn't remember, but that the cards just told me that. Yeah. It was about obstructing a congressional investigation. Roger Stone was in jail for that. Trump pardoned him. Paul Manafort was involved. By the way, I heard that Paul Manafort was on the night of the Fani Willis reading that long indictment with all those crimes. He's 70. Okay. Yeah, I thought he was older than 67. All those crimes. Fani Willis, huge night, big deal, big effing deal. And I heard that Sean Hannity, did you guys hear this? Sean Hannity had, at the same time as the Fani Willis indictment coming in, remember? It was Monday, we were doing a PNN, it was going on. Sean Hannity had Paul Manafort on. I mean, are you mad enough yet? Thanks, Amanda. It's good to see you here. Me and Amanda, we go way back. So who's a traitor? The entirety of Fox propaganda is traitorous. John, what are you saying? Roger Stone may be 67, however, his Richard Nixon picture on his back is 75 years old. That's pretty confusing. And Warren saying the names and addresses of the Georgia grand juries have been posted on a right-wing website. We're gonna go to, you know, it wasn't long ago that we lived in a country where the jurors, you know, if their names were out there, the grand jury jurors would have been just, nobody would have messed with that because it was considered to be sacred. Right? Nobody would have messed with it. It was just standard procedure. What I want to read on about the jurors and the grand jury, their names being out there, and Trump threatening to dox them. There's a few questions to ask about this. First of all, well, it's really easy to find people. So Trump wouldn't have to give directions or anything to their houses. Here's the other thing. They don't know how this grand jury is going to vote. They don't know what those jurors will decide. So it's a little jumping ahead for them to be issuing death threats to people that are on the grand jury. I mean, it's mind-boggling to me how much they jump the gun and they make it, they get all like, no, well, we're going to shut down the investigation. We're going to shut that down. And are we just so used to it that we don't realize that when someone's trying to shut down an investigation, it means they're freaking guilty? I mean, honestly. I'm just reminding everyone. When somebody pleads the fifth, I'm just reminding us all, reality check, when somebody pleads the fifth, when they're asked questions that they know the answers to because they were involved in the crime and they plead the fifth, that means they're guilty. All right, there's so many court cases going on that it's hard to keep up. Julie saying the grand jury already acted. Yes, that's true. A jury for the crimes has to be chosen, but which are you talking about? Which court case, what trials are, you know, we kind of get lost. And let me just, you all agree with me, right? If they say, you know, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, what they're being asked about, they're guilty of. When the Republicans, every single time, the evidence of criminality, I think we're up to 91 felonies. Is that, are we up to that? Are we up to 91 felonies for Donald Trump? And every single time some kind of indictment comes, it's unbelievable that this is where we are, but at least our justice system is in operation. The Republicans start jumping up and down like their hair's on fire when there's just somebody saying Trump might be guilty, right? They're like, they freak out and then they start talking about Hunter Biden. Yeah, right now they're talking about names and addresses of the grand jury, but somebody earlier said, sorry, I forgot who it was. Somebody earlier said the grand jury already indicted him, but we're talking about different 91 felony counts. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah. Yeah, it was a Fani case that the right wing has spread the names of the grand jury who voted to indict. Right. Yes. Okay. Hang on while... Let me pause and put everything in order in my brain. You guys help me out. Okay. Because I'm getting all the indictments mixed up in my brain, which is what's happening to us, which is what the fascists want. They want us to go into brain overload. When you go into brain overload, if you don't have the tenacity to stick with it, you'll just give up and you'll shut everything down. Okay? Yes, we need a whiteboard with the trials written on it. That's a good idea. So, Warren, I'm just going to ask Warren right now. What names of the grand jury, what names is Trump threatening to dox? Which case? I know you're allowed to plead the fifth and stay completely silent. Yeah, you can't use a silence against, they can't use a silence against your reader, right? I'm saying that if somebody's pleading the fifth, they're obviously guilty of the crime, or they would just tell their innocence story. Where are we? Where are we? What day is it? Happy new moon. Happy new moon, everyone. Let's take a moment to wish everyone a happy new moon while we gather our indictments and grand juries and felonies in our heads. This is why, okay, they're threatening the Georgia grand jurors. The trial. So Warren's telling me, okay, so he's threatening, so Trump is threatening to dox the jurors in the trial in DC. Is Judge Chutkan going to detain Donald J. Trump while he awaits trial? No. I feel like she has a different plan. Warren said, me? They're doxing me? They better not. Oh my goodness. It doesn't look like she's going to send him to prison. It doesn't look like Judge Chutkan is going to have Trump in prison awaiting trial. I know that. That's not what I was organizing in my head. What I was working on organizing in my head was which jury is receiving threats to be doxxed. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. I'm working on earning my keep. So let's go. Is Judge Chutkan going to take some kind of, is she going to make some kind of a declaration to get Trump to knock it off? No. Warren said Georgia. Okay. Please hit the thumbs up if you can. I'm working hard. And it's my pleasure. All right. Will Judge Chutkan speed up the trial? Will she set okay, this is what she's going to do. This is what she's going to do. And I think that what we're talking about right now, a 43-year-old woman from Texas has been arrested by federal authorities for threatening Judge Tanya Chutkin. I think we're going to see more of that. And the pendulum is saying she's going to ramp up that trial date. Yeah, thank you, Rhonda. It's a pleasure to be with you. Sometimes my psychic brain gets on overload with all the different, I'm trying to left brain figure out logically what's going on, and then psychic brain, my impression. Time for some tea. She's going to, so the pendulum is saying she's going to move the trial up. Thank you for being a wrench. Thank you for my wielders of the wrenches. The judge overseeing Georgia, Scott McAfee, yeah, we saw him. We saw him before. Just so you know, there's a lot of judges that are totally legit that are part of the Federalist Society. Just, let's get that straight in our brains. There's a segment of it that's extremely corrupt, but similar to the Republican Party. But the Republican Party, it's pretty bad. The judge needs to take away his phone, Trump's phone. I don't think Trump even has a phone, and the reason for that is because he can hide his crimes. Or he's had burn phones before. Oh, the woman posted a meme with the judge in crosshairs. Okay. See? I went away from the news for 2 hours. Maybe 3. And I missed so much. Yeah, so be grateful. I was just saying, the Federalist Society is not 100% all corrupt. There's a certain segment that's legit. Yeah, 45 doesn't have a phone. Is Judge Chutkan going to take the liberty of moving the trial date up even more than it already was? I really think that that death threat to her, she's not happy. She's not happy. He doesn't use email. Trump doesn't use email, and he doesn't use a phone. And he doesn't text. And he's a mob boss. And how about Rudy Giuliani? I didn't know this. I didn't know that Rudy Giuliani, back in the day when he had some semblance of sanity going on, that he shut down the mob in New York City. Amanda says, I should have a few of you come to my office and help me make a crime board with strings so we can keep track of crimes and indictments. Lots of news since 6. Yeah, that's true. Which is about the time I tuned back in. Jeez. Yeah, they're sweating. Don't let them fool you. They're totally sweating. Let's tune in. I'm going to tune in to Trump. The guys are saying Trump still thinks he's going to win. He's going to win what? Trump still thinks he's going to win. Is it the presidency? Does Trump still think he's going to win the presidency? Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, Rudy Giuliani wrote many of the RICO laws. Yeah, isn't it? You can't make this stuff up. It's unbelievable. If you were a screenwriter, you couldn't write this. People would be like, what a bad movie. Everything was given away. I don't know. I never thought Rudy was a hero. Any mayor in September 11th, 2001, any mayor of New York City could have played the role that, he kind of took all the credit for pulling New York back together. Oh, Moonchild says she's pretty certain Rudy just reorganized the mob. Well, some of them were dead. Did Rudy reorganize the mob? Is that, I'm not picking that up. He's off his rocker. Okay. I just picked up that Trump thinks he's going to win the presidency. And we also see that it's coming out in a big way that Trump didn't pay any of his lawyers, except he paid Alina. He paid one of the female lawyers. Is Trump delusional? Well, okay. Is Trump delusional? Yes. Pendulum is saying that Trump really thinks he's going to win the presidency. Oh, Singing Tree is here, and she usually just has to watch it on replay. Glad you're here. I'm going to pick 3 cards about what Trump is feeling about. Does he really and truly believe in his delusional mind that he is... Yeah, Elena Haba, she got paid by Trump, but the others didn't. Does he really believe he's going to win the presidency? What's going on in his little pea brain? Yeah, the United States doesn't need a convicted felon as president. And I did see a stat today, as much as I don't take the stats... I take them with a huge grain of salt. But I did see a poll today, for the first time, that said 53% of the country would never vote for Trump. That's not high enough. There was one lawyer in Florida who charged Trump $1 million, got paid up front $1 million, and then Trump fired him. Yes, that was a guy from Venezuela, wasn't it? Rudy is broke. So as far as what's going on in Trump's brain right now, the 8 of Swords, this is that Trump is fearing the 8 of Swords and the Rider-Waite. It's the one with the woman wrapped up like a mummy. So it's really the card of it's a jail card really in this context. So And I heard that Trump made a video about Maui, but I couldn't watch it. I didn't watch it. Okay, the Eight of Swords is Trump thinking right now about that he's really cornered. He's surrounded. The King of Swords is the DOJ, and the Ace of Coins is clear-cut case against Trump. 91 felonies, it doesn't take a psychic, right? He needs a gag order. Yes, Damon, I didn't see a gag order. What I saw was Judge Chutkan taking the liberty of moving up the trial date, and it's already set for January 2nd. He's like Trump, this is Trump right now. The DOJ, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Coins, all the evidence against him, and he's feeling trapped. I didn't say that Rudy wrote the federal RICO statute. Somebody else was saying that. But he got them prosecuted, right? He got them prosecuted, Rudy Giuliani. As far as Trump goes, he's definitely fearing prison. Definitely fearing prison. That's the Eight of Swords there. Oh my goodness, what a pile. The news is just like, there's so many things to read on. So, this has been on my mind about what's going on with Trump. When I start hearing about all the people throughout Trump's life that he has stiffed, he's not scared enough with his big mouth. He hides his fear with his big mouth. When you think of the history of Trump and how many people he didn't pay, I'm going to pull 3 cards on. And you know what? This reminds me of back after January 6th. I got, so this is in 2021, after January 6th, when it didn't work, thank God, and the white supremacist terrorist groups were, still behind Trump. I got that they were going to eventually get angry and turn on him. And I'm wondering, Ivana said he kept Mein Kampf at his bedside, Trump. Yes, they'll publicize Trump's mugshot. Of course they will. I'm wondering, maybe I'll use the pendulum for this. Are there powerful people angry at Trump? Are there powerful people angry at Trump? Hey, Chuck. Are there powerful people that are, like lots of money people? There are some powerful people. Get me a signed copy of Trump's mugshot? Sure. My pendulum is jumping up and down like it did when I was asking if indictment was coming on Monday. Powerful people. Ted Cruz is what? I missed that. Powerful people very angry at Trump. Extremely. I know Rudy went from prosecuting the Italian mob gang to working with the Russian mob. It's insane. It's insane, I tell you. He went from prosecuting the Italian mob, the mafia in New York City, to working, Rudy Giuliani, to working for the Russian mafia. So should we ask if the Federalist Society is going to succeed in getting Trump off the ballot? It's not just the Federalist Society. It's also some organizations in the various states are petitioning for Trump to be rendered ineligible. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Yeah, Ted Cruz announced he will not endorse Trump for president, Joanna? Is that true? I have a hard time believing that. Ted Cruz was obviously running against Trump in 2015, 2016. But then he did the flip-flop thing, right? So I'm wondering, did you hear that Ted Cruz is now saying he won't endorse Trump for president? I find that hard to believe. Judge Ludwig wants Trump to be rendered ineligible. So let's ask, will the Federalist Society, and not just the Federalist Society that wants Trump to not be eligible to run for president, it's not just them. It's other organizations too. So cumulatively, will Trump be rendered ineligible to run for president? Yes. And Arizona's Attorney General is now looking into indicting Trump. See, the news just is rolling in. I got yes. I don't think Ted Cruz will run for president. I think as dumb as he is, Cruz is like a fish out of water flopping around on the land. As dumb as Ted Cruz is, I don't think he wants that level of humiliation. I'm getting that he will not, I'm getting that Trump will be booted off. He won't be on the ballot. You heard it here. So everyone cool your jets. Take a deep breath. I don't see Trump on the ballot. Does the 14th Amendment stand? Is it the 14th Amendment of the Constitution? Is that what does it? I feel like that the putting in effect that 14th Amendment, he engaged in aiding the insurrection. Please see him in jail. Well, I don't see him in jail prior to trial. Well, so far, I don't see him in jail prior to trial. I see Judge Chutkan moving up that trial date. Yeah, we all feel like enough is enough. So let's look a little bit more at the people. Well, one thing is the people that want him off to not ever be on the ballot will win. Will win. Mental institution, I have seen that in Trump's future. I want to ask more about the people that are angry at Trump. If there's going to be something retaliatory, I'm just going to make it real general like that. Will there be something retaliatory coming from people, powerful people, that Trump has made extremely angry through the years? Let's see. You wonder where the wicked GOP will find their next super candidate? Well, look at that. The Sanders sisters, maybe? No. They weren't wicked. They were just funny. Powerful people angry at Trump. I have the death card. The question is, are there powerful people angry at Trump? I'm getting no nonsense energy. There are powerful, wealthy people extremely angry at Trump. And I have the death card, and I've been getting the death card on Trump. I'm going to leave that for your interpretation. I've been getting the death card on Trump consistently as of recently. There's so much evidence against him, and it's the 6th. This is about January 6th. Is it are there plans being made for Trump's undoing by these powerful people that are angry at him? Yes. I think part of that is putting the 14th Amendment into effect. People, I just want you to know that I'm getting nothing I'm getting nothing, I mean zero, that's pointing to a Donald J. Trump on the ballot in the 2024 election. So, and just to tell you what I do, when I hear them talking about, oh, well, when, if he becomes president, then he'll be able to do this and that. When I hear that kind of talk, I turn it off because I don't want to hear nonsense. We have to listen to enough nonsense. I also have very little patience for people saying something's going to happen when they don't really have any, point in mind except to like get people all hyped up, right? No, I don't see him running at all. I know, Moonchild, you honor the craft too. He has long COVID, yeah, but that's not what I was reading on. I mean, I read on his health the other day, and it was very, very bad. It was very, very bad. Let's read on his health again, just because. That's why Electra Storm stopped watching the news. I know, because they get on this like negative fantasy track on the news. It's like, well, Trump, if he wins, then this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and then it's like the bottle drop. To get the bottle drop. You're going to miss that when I move. So will I. So yeah, they create all this drama about something that just doesn't look like it's very likely at all. Just to get you upset. Turn it off when they do that. Okay, I'm asking about Trump's health. Trump's health, the 5 of Cups, that's despair. Trump is despairing over how poorly he feels health-wise. He's right now, it feels like he's trying to get the medical attention that will help him to feel better. Fani Willis has him completely stressed out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A bigoted, violence-inciting racist is being prosecuted by a powerful diva, power woman, no-nonsense, made of steel, Fani Willis. He's no match for her. Hi, Salty Chip. He's no match for her. And honestly, I consider myself a compassionate, empathetic person who wants everyone to be okay. Oh, Fani Willis is a rock star Scorpio. I did not know she's a Scorpio. Did we talk about that? I'm trying to remember. We did an astrology show yesterday. Check it out under my lives right here. I'm trying to remember if we looked over Fani Willis's chart. I have to go back and listen. Unbelievable! A rock star. I didn't realize she was a Scorpio. Seems like I would have remembered that. Yeah, his worst nightmare. A female black prosecutor on one case and a female black judge on the other. And I have said many times, that the women are going to take Trump down. Do I really have a ghost in the new location? Well, I went by the building the other day. It's just right down the street. And I saw that it was built in 1842. And it was owned by a sea captain, I think. I'm going to look up the history. I'm sure there's a ghost in there. Not only black women, but brilliant black women. Yes, Letitia James. Oh, Fani Willis is just like, I mean, I hope that people like Fani Willis and Letitia James and Judge Chutkan, Tanya, for all ye women out there, hear ye, all ye women out there, do not underestimate your power. Look at Fani Willis, look at these women, look at these strong women, look at E. Jean Carroll. Look at these strong women that aren't going to take it anymore. I have no sympathy for Trump. I won't say what I'm thinking. I'm just going to say what I'm thinking in code. If he suffered, I'd be fine with that. Accept thine power. And New York has another black woman prosecuting. Yeah, Julie's just remembering Letitia James. And I think Letitia James, that trial might be sooner too. That's coming up in October. So maybe I'm just picking up that it's sooner than I think. Yeah, hear us roar. Think about the suffragette movement. What those women went through. Oh, so Fani Willis is October 27th. Unbelievable. I'm overwhelmed. It must be the new moon. Please hit the thumbs up. And I'll keep working for you. That's all I'm asking. If you want to donate too, I appreciate it. If you want, maybe we'll do a little commercial right now. When do I see the government shutting down? When? Is that a when or if? Why are you asking when instead of if? Oh, shutting down LIE social? Oh, lie. Sorry, Kathy. It took me a little second there. When do I see the government shutting down truth? Okay, so you're calling it lie. We were calling it lie antisocial. What Trump calls truth social, which is code for lies. I feel like when things get confiscated from Trump, that will just naturally follow suit. Because he has to, you can't have a social media platform without paying for it. Trump can. I'm actually going to read on the trial in Washington because I'm getting that Judge Chutkan, I don't know what the parameters are, like how, I'll do my commercial in a sec. I don't know what the parameters are, like how speedy she can make it. Oh yeah, this is a, okay, she's going to isolate him. Judge Chutkan is going to isolate him. The Seven of Swords this is the card of the thief. The card of Trump thinking he's going to get away with everything. This is the Hermit. He's going to be isolated. Trump is going to be isolated. I wonder how that's going to happen. Judge Chutkan is going to force Trump to, it's kind of like being between a rock and a hard place. No good options. And he'll just be forced into what she decides. I think it's going to be sooner. I think, yeah, Donnie in a corner. That's the Hermit card. I think the trial's going to come sooner. Let's ask the pendulum for a time frame. I know that's risky, but okay. Okay, Judge Chutkan, is she able to make the trial sooner? Yes, she's able to do that. And Fani asked for a March 4th date. Let's ask if that's going to be, will Fani get her March 4th date? It doesn't look like it will be March 4th for Fani, but I'm asking about Judge Chutkan. What Fani's doing is she's making, she's kind of shooting for the moon and seeing where she lands. What I just read on Judge Chutkan, is this house detainment? It's house detainment. It's house detainment. And I don't think he's going to be able to go out and play golf. Let's ask that. Will he be able to go out and play golf? Undecided. Undecided. It hasn't come to that just yet. Okay. Will Judge Chutkan push up the trial date by a month? Push it up by 2 months? Will she push the trial date in Washington, D.C. up by 3 months? Okay, it's looking like by 3 months. So right now... Oh yeah, Terry, I just answered that. Yeah, I just answered that. It looks like house detainment for Trump. Right now I'm getting the she can push the trial date to 3 months. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. Warren, maybe you know more. 3 months, so right now it's set for January. If Judge Chutkan actually can push the trial date up for January 6th by 3 months, the pendulum is indicating 3 months. You keep in mind that it's a little bit hard to predict time, but I'm getting 3, and 3 months sooner than the January 2nd trial date that's out there right now would be October, which is, there's a video of Trump saying if you plead the 5th, you are guilty. Yeah, right, exactly. Letitia James is in October. For Trump Griftco. Is it possible that both of those trials will be... Oh, Trump's not running anywhere, Angela M. If he's under house arrest, he's not going to go escape. Is it possible? Could there be 2 trials in October? Yeah, there could be. Cannon will be gone. Aileen Cannon she's done. She's done. We can do a little reading on her too. But I'm doing my commercial first. I have a course coming up. It's a 6-week course. It starts on September 16th for 6 Saturdays in a row. It's called Seriously Psychic. Check out this alliteration. Seriously Psychic is a 6-week course on Saturdays. You really should take it. We're entering into what I consider the psychic season. Each class is 90 minutes. You have to go to my website, psychicannetteDion.com, to find out more about it, because it's too much for me to tell you here. You want to get ready for Halloween, you want to be able to do readings. I'll show you how. But it's not just that, it's all different kinds of psychic abilities. So check that out. I've got plenty of room in my schedule for to give you a psychic tarot reading. It's from soup to nuts. You get everything. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. Please join Grassroots of Democracy. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com to see what we're up to. After the meetings that we have, we have a discussion group meeting tomorrow. After those meetings, you receive from my wonderful helper, Terry, who's in the chat, who's posting the questions up in the chat that I'm answering. She takes copious notes. So even if you're not able to attend the meeting, if you have scheduling conflicts or whatever, you will still receive the notes. So you can keep tabs on what we're up to at Grassroots of Democracy. If you just put your email address in the space on grassrootsofdemocracy.com. We need to save our democracy. We're not, it's going to be a long time before we're kind of out of the woods. We'll never really be out of the woods. We have to stay activated. Check out my video from yesterday. Speaking of democracy, I was out at the Stage 4 Park yesterday, where I've been before, but I was showing you a little bit about the history of this area, and the Revolutionary War was fought in that little spot that I was there, parts of the Revolutionary War. Check that out, just speaking of democracy. So there's that, and Church of Spiritualities every single Sunday at 1, live streamed at 1 Eastern time, and you're missing out if you're not watching it. 20 on Tuesdays. Well, democracy was always meant to be a work in progress, right? People always change, government by the people, for the people. 20 on Tuesdays is our guided meditation for a healed America. We also have available 10 of those meditations on my website, psychicannetdion.com. Might be on grassrootsofdemocracy.com also. And you can do the meditations. If you come on Tuesdays, you receive a recording of the meditation too. So if you want 10 of those meditations for $20, go to my website. I know that's a lot to remember. Do I ever talk about Dogtown? Oh yeah, Dogtown's... Yeah, Dogtown's kind of haunted. You'd like to be invited to Annette Dion psychic Halloween party. Ooh, now my wheels are turning. We could do a Zoom thing. That's a great idea. What day is Halloween on? I think it might be during the week on a Tuesday or something. I was right. I am truly a witch. Halloween's on a Tuesday. Okay. True democracy was designed to change with the electorate. And please hit the thumbs up. And thank you for being here. And I know what I forgot. If you become a member, there are really fun perks, including a psychic party at the end of every month. Okay, back to the... Don't go to Salem during the month of October, unless you love crowds and chaos. You can ask me a question. I'm a good witch. You can ask me a question because I'm over my head in news. So I'm just going to wait until you ask a question because I'm over my head in news. I don't know which question to ask first. All right, I'll just go with it. Let's ask about Joe Biden. How's Joe Biden doing? How's our actual president? Psychic Halloween Tuesday. Yeah, I know. I might have to change my my evening plans. We have Grassroots of Democracy, the meditation. How's Joe Biden doing? Well, Joe Biden, as things heat up with all these indictments and everything, what's coming at Biden is a lot of death threats. I got the valet now to wool flip. Yes. All right. Four of Swords. Joe Biden. This is there's so much stress coming at Joe Biden. We really need to send him lots and lots and lots of positive energy. Yeah, Biden rocks. Moonchild can never remember your questions. Write them down. It's going to be okay, but Biden is in a rough patch right now. When's Marjorie Trader Green going to jail? I'll tell you, I got a hit about her today, and she's really scared. So Biden, he could use a lot of prayers and a lot of strength, and I think the stress is actually giving him a little bit of insomnia. But Joe Biden is, he's got a lot of good people around him, good positive energy around him, but there's some tough times. Are you guys flinching? Marjorie Trader Green is very scared. I get that Biden is extremely stressed right now. Yeah, he feels really bad for Maui. The Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords, this is a rough patch for Biden right now. I think the way they're going after, let's read about how Hunter's doing. Warren, the words were coming out of my mouth as you posted the question. You wrote down the questions, but you forgot where you put the list, Moonchild? Yes, I nabbed the troll. I nabbed the troll. It boggles my brain that there are people in this country I mean, I know, maybe we'll read on it. And Kathy and I talked about it yesterday. The illusion bubble is going to pop. Ask if Joe Biden is worried about Hunter. I think that the 4 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, affirmative. Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what it is. It's exactly what Julie's saying. As if he never had enough pain in his life with his family, these monsters go after poor Hunter Biden, and I mean poor Hunter Biden. So when I see a troll saying something like, when will Biden go to jail? It's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Biden has been incredible. We're gonna read on Hunter Biden. Yeah, oh, I like that. I mean, Joe Biden is an empath. If you have joy in your life, share it with him. Send him lots of light and love. Really important. Really important. Clarence Thomas will leave the Supreme Court. I'll read about that too. Earlier today, I decided, that's it. I'm going to make my Psychic News Network broadcast much shorter. In fact, I'm thinking to myself, Self, you should probably cut your PNNs down to 45 minutes, right? And I'm thinking to now, how is that possible? Oh, maybe they'll go to their beach house in Delaware, the Bidens. Oh, Hunter's gonna win. Hunter's going to win. Bond Blue, I'll get to that. You're raising butterflies on the ranch, Moonchild. I love that. I have a butterfly on my arm. See? It's a monarch. It's a little faded. I need to get it touched up. Can Thomas leave now? I feel like Clarence Thomas will be impeached. Thank you, Betty. No, I'm just saying. I was thinking in my head, I got to make my PNNs shorter. I just can't. There's too much news. We really need to get together on all this news. Hunter will win. Hunter will win. And actually, this is going to highlight, I've seen this before too, what the fascists are doing to Hunter Biden is actually going, when it turns around, and it will, what it's going to do is it's going to expose them. Because at the same time that they're going after Hunter Biden, I mean hard, like Russian style, like make stuff up. When I say Russian style, I mean, like, think about, it's not funny, I'm just laughing because it's so preposterous. Think about Putin telling the Russians that the Ukrainians are Nazis. That. Yeah, Reiki. Send Hunter and Joe healing light. Absolutely. And Hunter's laptop is a Russian ploy. Well, that kind of elaborates on what I'm saying. Because as the fascist Republicans go after Joe Biden, go after Hunter Biden, it's kind of the same thing. America looks like our judicial system gets really strong. It ends up being like America wins. Like Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, they win. I'm putting them together because they're father-son. It will expose how criminal those fascist Republicans are. And the Two of Coins. It'll be fine. Hunter, let me just recap what they're going after Hunter Biden for. And actually it makes sense because as they're going after Hunter Biden for a fictitious laptop, fictitious trolls, if there's any trolls out there, it's fiction. As they're going after him for the fictitious laptop and ignoring Jared Kushner taking $2 billion from the Saudis and giving them a hit list. It's going to look real bad for them. It's going to look real bad for them. It's going to also be at the same time as they're going after Hunter Biden. That's their plan. The fascists, when they come back in September, as they're doing that, subpoenas are going to be coming for them for their involvement in January 6th. So I see a big fat mess. I see just everything energetically for the fascist Republicans in shambles for them. It's going to go against them. So the things that they're falsely accusing him of, Benjamin, are filing to pay his taxes late and paying his taxes late. I'm just recapping. For over 5 years right now, 5 years, they've been going after Hunter Biden for this fictional laptop, this made-up story. This is straight out of the fascist playbook. They're going after him for paying his taxes late. How many taxes did Trump pay in his life? $700 in his life. Some billionaire. Crook. For paying his taxes late and for answering one of the questions, some kind of background check for guns. Hello, gun-toting Republicans. Some kind of a question. He answered. He lied on the questionnaire when he went to purchase a gun. That's it. That's all. And he pled guilty, and I think he paid a fine or something. This is beyond nitpicking, Kathy. This is not the GOP nitpicking Hunter Biden. This isn't that. This isn't nitpicking. This is fabricating. This is the equivalent, in a way, in terms of the way their brains work, the way the fascism works. And in a way, it's like, Putin saying that Zelensky is a Nazi and he's Jewish. He's part Jewish. Insanity. Anyway, somebody you all put a whole bunch of important questions up there and I didn't catch them. Yeah. I mean, what kind of fathers are they? That they think, a father couldn't just be calling his son to see how he's doing, right? Apparently their fathers never called them. I am looking at tea leaves. A lot of action. I see Batman in the tea leaves. Oh, thank you, Lois, for bringing that up again. How will Trump's speech do on Monday? We were at the very, very beginning tonight. You asked that, and I said I would get to it. And I was saying that when I think about Trump's, he's going to give a speech on Monday. It reminds me of Infrastructure Week. That every single time, Trump was saying, given the opportunity, Infrastructure Week is coming. The Trump family takes the fun out of dysfunction. But bum. No, well, Benjamin, I was reading on Trump. You don't see him in jail. What I was reading on was prior to the trial, it feels like he's going to be under house arrest. Yeah, I've always felt that Trump is going to... Trump is ill now. That's what I get. Okay, so let's read on Trump's supposed announcement where he's going to... Is it even worth reading on? Yeah, the media should stop giving criminal Trump airtime. Well, let me defend the media a little bit. Just a little bit. Because they're way overboard. This is an historic time. What's going on right now determines whether our democracy can withstand a huge battle. And it's really important that we pay attention to what's going on. It's unprecedented. You've heard that word so many times. So, and I find it riveting. I find it so interesting. It's so interesting to read on what's going on. I look forward to the day that he doesn't dominate the news. I don't like when they do the scare tactics on the news. The speech is another. I don't think you mean gift ploy. I think you mean grift ploy. Yeah, it absolutely is. So I don't get upset when they're talking about the crimes and the different, legal terms and the way that the law works. I don't mind that. When they start saying on the news, well, if Trump's president, he'll do all these horrible things. We already know that. We don't need them to be telling us that. Well, interestingly enough, you're surprised I'm not talking about indictment number 5 coming from Arizona soon? That's Trump's favorite place. Electra Storm, I'm trying to keep up. I mean, some of this news just breaking now. This question is about what's going to happen on Monday, because he's supposed to be making an announcement. Now, isn't this the same card when I was asking about Judge Chutkan and what she was going to do, and she was going to get Trump to shut up. So it's very, very, very possible he won't be able to give a speech on Monday because he'll be detained. I know, I can't stand the doom singers on the news. I agree. So the Hermit card came up again. I'm not sure if that's one and the same thing. Like by Monday, let's ask. By Monday, will he be unable to speak publicly? No. But he will be isolated on Monday. He will be standing all alone. The announcement. This is a health plan that we've been waiting for Trump, right? How many more indictments are coming? I see about 7. Looks like a Christmas card. It does, kind of. This is the Tarot of the Divine. So this is about Monday. Oh, there's a lot. Oh my gosh, this is what I get. I get that he's going to be standing alone on Monday. He's going to be standing alone. I don't know how he's doing it. The 10 of Cups. I just think it's interesting that I got the same card when I asked about Judge Chutkin and what she's going to do, and I got that he would be detained in a certain way. So I think they're connected. Oh, he doesn't know how to shut his vile mouth. It's almost like OCD. It's almost like a brain glitch. It's like OCD. So I'm going to read what James is saying because it's a really good point. The thing that's amazing is if he had accepted the results of the elections, or if Trump had returned the docs when asked, he would have had a chance to run for president in 2024. That's interesting. If he just shut his big mouth. The stag is your spirit animal? Why are you saying uh-oh? That's okay. This is lie after lie after lie after the complete string of lies on Monday. But he will be isolated and standing alone, and whatever the heck he's planning for Monday. And the 9 of Wands, he's just going to incriminate himself more. I do think he's going to do something. I'm kind of seeing a virtual thing. Is it going to be a virtual thing? Is this going to be a virtual thing that he does? No. Huh. Maybe I'm just picking up that it will be televised. The cards are great, aren't they? Will it be televised? It's kind of like giving me the runaround on the televised thing. He's going to give everyone a free Big Mac? Gross. Well, I'm asking if it'll be televised, and I'm getting the runaround on that. You predict he'll be sweaty. Serious runaround. Isn't that strange? Will Trump actually give some kind of a presentation on Monday? Is he actually... I'm not really seeing it. The My Pillow guy is planning it too, and I did see. It might have been on Midas Touch that I saw this. I did see an ad that Trump, okay, so there's a picture of Trump. This is what he's doing to Griff. There's a picture of Trump standing there looking really, you know how he does. And it says, and like stamped, it says not guilty. And then right below it, it says give. He's totally grifting. My Pillow. I'm going to read on My Pillow's fate. Yeah, he took the dogs to use as a blackmail weapon. You're waiting on your manicotti, Dame. I ended up never making that manicotti. The plan kind of fell through. This is about the pillow guy. Pillow guy. I actually feel like the My Pillow guy is going to be convinced to shut his mouth before he incriminates himself more. I feel like My Pillow guy, Mike, I'm calling him Mike Pillow now. I forget his name. He's gonna be, I feel like, what's his name? Mike Pillow. Lindell, thank you. Have they done a search on Bedminster? I'll ask. I think they've, when you ask about Bedminster, I see cameras. I don't think they did a full-on search. Mike Lindell, thank you. I'm so used to calling him My Pillow guy. Yeah, Fulton County will post Trump's height and weight. That will sting. Oh yeah, he thinks he's 175 pounds. Or whatever men think is the ideal weight, I don't know. Insanity! You're making me hungry, Damon. I think it's time to go to the tea leaves. Is Trump 322 pounds? Or are you just making that up? Yeah, about Mike Lindell, the cards are saying that he's going to be convinced to keep his mouth more quiet. Which is, that's kind of like, a while back I was reading on Carrie Lake, and I was reading that, because she was, spewing the conspiracy theories, and I got that she was being warned to shut up. Similar to Mike Lindell. Denial is not just a river in Egypt. Okay, so as far as what I see in the tea leaves, when I first looked, I saw Batman. Trump is definitely over 300 pounds. And he makes fun of Chris Christie. I know you guys are asking me who the Republican nominee will be. We'll look at that eventually. Trump has lost some weight. Are you keeping track? When I looked at my tea leaves initially, I saw Batman. I don't know what that means. I saw Batman. Right there, I see Batman. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about. I see Batman. And I once again, I see the hammer. There's a hammer. See the hammer? The hammer's coming down on Trump. And we have in Mars just lots and lots of tea leaves clumped here. So this is Mars and Mercury. Mercury goes retrograde next. You got to listen to our Spirit Talk podcast because Kathy went over the astrology. Kathy Beal. I don't see her in the chat tonight. Jack Smith could be Batman. Yeah, this is Batman's in the tea leaves. You never know what you're going to see in the tea leaves. You don't have to feel sorry for these characters. The 23rd, Mercury goes retrograde. That's when a lot is going to come down. These tea leaves are all clumped together. The lucky horseshoe, there's a lot of good coming out. There's a lot of good. We're going to have to manage our energy. You don't think the Republican nominee is currently running? Yeah, we'll take a look at that on Friday. Oh, no worries that you didn't see the bad troll. The bad troll here tonight was asking when is Biden going to jail. So, not just stay positive, keep your emotions in check. Bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer came down upon his head. Really. But since Mercury's all covered with tea leaves, that we're going to hear, It's just like what I've been talking about tonight. There's so much news. Yeah, okay, the stars are not aligned for Putin either. Send love, send love, send love. You don't think Joe Biden will visit Trump in jail? Me neither. No worries that you missed the troll. It was kind of like, what? Do you have a brain? I see lots, like a gaggle of reporters. I see gaggles of reporters and gaggles of documents and subpoenas and indictments. And there's just a lot. I know it wasn't you, Damon. You're not a troll. People wondered at first, but you're definitely not a troll. Yeah, I see Batman. I do see bats. So since I'm seeing bats, not actually. I saw some bats the other night, but since I'm seeing bats, I'm gonna look up bats. And then I'm gonna go back to the news and see what else I missed. A very busy phase is forecast in the weeks ahead. Yeah, it's going to be hard to keep track. That's what it's saying. It's going to be hard to notice definite outcomes, but there's going to be, the bat's about a lot of busyness. But I saw Batman too, so yeah, I think that's Jack Smith, and I think that the guides are saying really strongly, make sure you keep your life in balance. Oh, you're sharing some love with me? I can feel it. Thank you. Make sure you keep your life in balance and do what I do when they start talking about the threat of Trump being president of the United States. Just turn it off. We don't need that. I think I was calling you a troll that day, Damon. No, I'm just kidding. You're being kind of smart ass like I can be, and then, somebody was thinking you were a troll. It's all good. We all love each other. And by the way, just speaking of that, I really, really appreciate all your help with that. Yeah, good cards tonight. Good information from the guides. All right, psychic.annetteDion.com. Book a reading. It's totally fun. Indictment bingo. And I'm glad I'm helping to keep you sane. This keeps me sane too. Everything that I do is keeping me sane. And if I didn't have you guys to do this with, I'd be less sane. So, all right, be well. Thank you for all the lovely compliments and all the support. And if you want to donate, it's in the description. And check out Church of Spirituality online too. All right. Love you all. See ya. Namaste.